power
still
through
and
it.
allow Jackson to take his shot.
Oh
He
wait,
looks
you
across
have
the
to.
field and
Oh, you
can't
have to stand
believe what-
still. Frick that. Frick that. Craziest 1v1 fights in history by Serious History. And you already know the original's in the description below, and not gonna make the intro too long, so that being said, let's get it!
Here are the most epic 1v1 fights in human history.
Hit me with it.
Number 1, Jean de
Wait, is that a
versus
steak?
Jacques Legris.
Was that a
We're going
steak?
to start off with one of the most brutal 1v1
Oh, they're
fights in
French.
recorded history, when jealousy turned best friends into mortal enemies who end up fighting to the death.
Jealousy.
It's the
Oh,
late
it was a
14th
love
century in
triangle.
France,
It was a
and
love
two
triangle.
men named Jean de Carouge and Jacques Legris are squires serving under a local
Jacques.
count in Lower
Jacques
Normandy.
von Hamstavian.
This is smack dab in the middle of
If
the
you get that
100 Years'
reference,
War,
then you're a
so
goat.
Jean and Jacques often find themselves fighting side by side against the English. Their time together on the battlefield to a strong friendship. So strong, in fact, that when Jean's wife gives birth to his first son, he asks Jacques to become the child's godfather. So life is good for Jean, but
Okay,
things
so
begin to
then
sour
why
when
did
the
they
count
become
they've been
enemies?
serving under dies, and the position is inherited by a man
Oh,
named
no.
Pierre d'Alençon. Both Jean and Jacques, having been loyal subjects, are invited to join the new count's inner circle. Nice! But for some reason,
So,
he begins to heavily
why don't
favor
they
Jacques
not
over
like him?
Jean. The favoritism makes Jean insanely jealous,
that's
and this
what
jealousy
you mean
quickly
about
destroys their
jealousy.
friendship. On top of this, around the same time, Jean's wife and his young son fall ill and pass away. Heartbroken and lost, and with no reason
And
to
did
stick
she
around
actually
in Normandy,
fall on him?
Jean decides to get away from it all and goes off to England to fight in the 100 Years' War. Tales of his bravery make it back to France.
Oh, I've heard
and
about
when
the
he
100
returns
Years'
home,
War.
Jean is kind of a war hero.
Isn't that what
He meets and
happens
marries a
during
beautiful
Vinland
young
Saga?
noble named Marguerite de Thibauville. Things are finally starting to look up again for our guy. But this marriage turns out to be the thing that ultimately ends the friendship between Jean and Jacques for good. See, by this time, the two former friends haven't seen each other in years. But with Jean back in town, planning to settle down again with his new wife, they
Why
both
would
end
the
up at a
marriage
party
ruin the
celebrating
friendship?
the birth of a neighbor's son. They bump into each other and get to talking, and they kind of remember why they were such good friends long ago. I know, like, why
Yeah.
are we even
See,
mad
I
at
don't
each
see
other
why there's
anyway?
like a
Oh,
problem.
by the way, this is my
Yeah.
wife Marguerite.
Love triangle. I knew it.
Bro,
I knew
I'm
it.
right
Love
here.
triangle.
Jacques is immediately attracted to Marguerite, and now he's jealous of Jean.
See, it's
But
okay
she's the
when I
wife
do
of
it
his
because I'm a
friend, who is
girl,
kinda like
so
not
no
his
one
friend
gets
anymore,
mad.
but is kind of his friend again. What is he gonna do? Well, what he ends up doing is actually
Not
pretty
try to
fucked
take
up.
your friend's girl.
See, Jean needs to earn more money, so he decides to go off to fight the English again. Only
He's
this
gonna
time,
try to
his
boink his
campaign is a
wife.
complete failure.
He's gonna try to
Against
boink his
all
wife.
odds, he somehow survives, and for his bravery, he's knighted by the King of France, and he has to travel to Paris to collect his wages from the campaign. At the exact same time, Jean's mother has to go on a business trip. They all live together in a huge estate, by the way, and when she leaves, she
Oh,
takes all
they're
the
gonna
servants
be-
and guards with her, leaving Jean's new wife, Marguerite,
Oh.
all alone at home. Now, Jacques
He's
hears
gonna
about
try to
this and
boink
goes
it.
to Jean's home. He
He's
sends
gonna
one
try
of his
to boink the
man-at-arms to
wife.
knock on the door, and Marguerite, left without any servants or guards, opens the door herself. The soldier tells her that Jacques is here, and he's desperately in love with her and needs to see her right now. She refuses, but as she tries to close the door, Jacques
Good.
forces
She's
his
a
way
good
in
wife.
and,
She's a good wife.
oh,
No, is he
boy.
gonna? Is he gonna? Is he gonna? No. No, is he
Let's
gonna?
just say he does the thing that rhymes with the word grapes. Violated. Marguerite
Oh,
is on the floor
no.
crying, and as he leaves, Jacques
Oh
threatens
no.
her, saying
Okay,
if she
he
tells
has to.
anyone, she's
He has
dead.
to.
Jean returns home,
No,
and
you
Marguerite
have
tells him
to.
everything.
You have to take him out. I would have like murderous rage. Murderous rage. Murderous rage. I get murderous rage flashes sometimes, but it's only like in vile situations like that. Like, if I finally found my half Asian mommy and that happened to her, I would murderous rage. Murderous rage.
Furious, and immediately files a criminal case against Jacques. But guess who the judge is? That D-bag Count Pierre, Jacques' new best friend. And the case is thrown out immediately.
Oh no.
Jean goes to Paris to appeal the case to the King of France himself.
Oh wait,
He
this
shows
was
the
a
people in Paris
this was
that
a
Marguerite
bloody
is now
battle.
pregnant.
Oh, he got her
Come
pregnant?
on.
He
But
got
this
her
doesn't
pregnant?
do much because common knowledge of the day says that it was impossible to get pregnant from grapes.
Oh,
With no witnesses other than Marguerite and
oh
Jacques,
Lord.
the courts say that they have no way to determine who's telling the truth. So Jean demands a trial by combat, an
I
arcane
mean,
form
that's
of
fair, I
judgment where two
guess.
men fight to
I
the
guess
death.
that's fair. Yeah, Jacques. Yeah, Jacques. Yeah, Jacques. Or John. Whichever one is the husband. Whichever one is the husband. Good for you. No. No, he can't get away with this. He cannot get away with this. However far you have to take it is just where it's going to go.
See who's correct. If the courts can't decide who's telling the truth, they'll let God decide by shining fortune on one of them. Jacques is
Yeah,
also
God.
pissed that his name is
Yeah,
getting
God.
dragged through the mud, so he countersues Jean for defamation
You
and
actually
agrees to
did
a
it.
duel. Now, by
No,
this
but
time
you
in France,
actually
trial
did
by
it.
combat was considered pretty barbaric and not something civilized people should be doing. But the king, he's actually super into the idea. Like, so much
Yeah, I
so
would
that
be
when there's
into
a
it
chance he
too.
might miss
I
the
would
fight,
see
he
it.
pushes the whole event back to make sure he can be there.
You know what? That's
So,
actually
on
so
December
goated.
29th,
Like, if you have enough
1386,
power,
the
like,
king, along
imagine it was anime. Imagine it was anime, and you could just like, oh crap, I gotta work late tonight, so I'm not gonna be able to watch the new episode of insert whatever anime here. And then you can just like call somebody and say, hey, nah, push back the episode until I get back home from work. That would be amazing to be able to do. That would be
a crowd of
amazing.
nobles and spectators gather at the Abbey of Saint Martin de Champs in Paris to witness these two former friends fight to the death. Marguerite is also there, dressed in black.
And they
as
were never
today may
friends
also
if
be
he's
her
willing to
funeral.
do that.
If Jean loses, it will mean that God has decided she was lying and she would be burned at the stake as punishment.
They're
Before the
gonna
bout
burn her
begins,
at the
official
stake if
orders
he
from the king
loses.
are read to the
Oh no, he
crowd.
definitely
Throughout the
can't
event,
lose.
no one
Jean,
is to
you
say
can't
a word.
lose.
If
Not
anyone
only your
does,
life,
they'll have a
but your
hand
wife's
cut
life
off as
is on the
punishment.
line. So what are they gonna do about the child, by the way? Like, no matter which way this turns out, what do they do about the child from this struggle snuggle? What are they gonna do about the child?
You can't have anyone putting curses on the combatants and clouding God's judgment, after all.
Oh, wait, how do you put
Both men are
curses
dressed
on?
in full
How do you
steel
cloud
plated
Judge
armor
Goods
and
and
carry
how do
into
you
the arena
wait?
the
No,
holy
that shouldn't
trinity
be.
of weapons: a lance, a battle
What year
axe,
is
and a
this?
longsword,
I
along
mean,
with
this
a
is
long
during the
dagger.
100 Years
The
War.
battle will begin on horseback and continue until one man submits or dies. The two men mount their horses
I don't
at
think there's
opposite
any
ends of the
submission
arena
here.
and are handed
The
their
husband is
lances.
not gonna let
The
him
trial of
submit. The
combat
husband
begins, and
is
the two men
definitely gonna
charge
go for
towards
the
each other
kill.
and strike the shields of their opponent. Both reeling, they ready for a second pass, and this time
Fight.
both men
I
strike each
demand
other
blood.
in the helmet. Their
The
ears
spider
ringing, they
demon
charge
demands
again for a third
blood.
pass, again striking each other's shields, splintering their lances in the
Okay.
process. They turn their horses and
All
draw
right,
their
no.
battle axes and charge in for a
Wait, they have
fourth pass.
axes?
And this time Jacques
Oh wait,
swings
this is
his
during the
axe
100
and
Years
cuts
War.
the neck of Jean's
Swing
horse
at the
killing him
head.
instantly.
Oh,
Jean tumbles to the
ooh,
ground. He
ooh,
scrambles back to his feet, turns and swings his axe,
Wait,
slicing
no,
the
no,
belly
Jacques
of
is the
Jacques'
bad
horse,
guy.
who collapses, throwing Jacques to the
Okay.
ground. The two
Now
men
finish
draw
him,
their
finish
swords
him.
and charge at each other, swinging
have
with
swords
evil
now?
intent. Jacques is the much larger man, and he quickly
How do they
begins
have
to
so
gain
many
the upper hand
weapons?
in the duel. He's battering Jean, who's
You gotta
struggling
parry
to
him.
defend against the powerful
You have to
blows
parry.
of his one-time
Parry.
friend.
Swipe
He
at
can
his
only
legs.
withstand the beating for
Parry,
so
swipe
long
at his
until Jacques
legs,
finds an
cripple
opening
him,
and stabs
and then
Jean
go
in
for
his
that
thigh.
arm.
The crowd gasps as
Oh, not you. Not you. You don't take my advice. You're the bad guy. Why are you taking my advice? No, that's not who I meant.
this fight may soon be coming to an end, and Jacques steps back and looks up towards the spectators. With this
And this
small
is where you
opening,
lose.
Jean lunges at Jacques and drags him to the ground by his helmet. Lying flat on his back, Jacques cannot
Wait,
stand
but
with
don't
his
you have
heavy armor
knives? Wait. I'm pretty sure I see it
weighing
right
him
there.
down. Jean mounts
If
him
you
and
have
begins
daggers, you should have
viciously
snuck up
stabbing at his
behind
chest with
him
his sword.
and
But as
then,
hard as he
like,
tries, he cannot
stabbed
pierce
his
the steel
neck
plating.
with the
He
dagger,
throws his sword to
like,
the side
really
and takes out his
sneakily.
dagger, and
You
with
should
his
have did it
handle,
that
he
way.
begins to smash at the lock that secures Jacques' faceplate. A final strike breaks the lock, and he rips off the helmet, revealing the face of his one-time
Oh, he
best
really
friend.
studied this. He
Holding a
knows
knife to
where it
his
is.
throat, Jean demands that Jacques confess
Stab
his
him.
crimes.
Stab him.
Jacques defiantly screams, "In the name of God and on the peril and damnation of my soul, I am innocent."
What?
With this, Jean can stomach no more disrespect and plunges his dagger into the neck of his former friend,
Yes,
killing him
yes,
instantly.
good,
The
good,
crowd erupts
good.
into cheers, and pages
Good,
rush onto
okay,
the field to
good,
treat
the good
Jean's
guy
wounded
won.
leg.
The
Jean
good guy
limps
won.
and kneels in front of the king, who's like, "That was fucking epic."
Why are you kneeling
He
with that
gives
leg?
Jean
You
a
should have
prize of
let down the
1,000
hurt
francs,
leg.
worth about $300,000 today, and a royal payment of $200,000
$300,000 for killing someone? And wow, how times have changed. how times have changed. You just got $300,000 for killing someone. Wow.
$60K in today's money. Jean then limps to his wife Marguerite, and together they ride in a caravan to the Notre Dame
Okay, so
Cathedral
what are
to
they
give
gonna do
thanks to
about the
God for
baby?
the long-awaited justice.
What are they
They
gonna
then
do
live
about the
happily
baby?
ever after. For
What are they
about
gonna do
10
about the
years,
baby?
and then Jean goes off and dies in a crusade. Bro just couldn't
Oh,
retire.
he went to
Number
the
2,
Crusades.
Miyamoto
Why
Musashi
didn't
versus
you?
Sasaki Kojiro.
I mean, I guess you won.
It's not
Oh,
often we get to see
Musashi. I just
two
watched a
legendary
Baki
fighters
video
go
about
up
him.
against each other
Musashi.
in their primes, but this is exactly what happened in this story when Miyamoto Musashi went up against the most skilled swordsman of his time, Sasaki Kojiro, in an epic duel to the death. The date is April 13th,
Wasn't he in
1612, and on the shore
Record
of a
of
small
Ragnarok?
island off the
Wasn't he
coast of
like the
southern
most
Honshu
notorious
called
loser?
Garyojima, a samurai is silently seething in anger as he watches the sun begin to fall in the afternoon sky. He's a tall, powerful man who towers
You're
over
mad
his
that the sun
disciples,
is
and on
setting?
his shoulder, he's
Why are
carrying
you
a
mad that
giant
the sun is
3-foot-long
setting? The
sword
sun
called
sets
an
every day.
odachi,
It'll be
a
back
weapon
tomorrow.
so big,
Why are you
only
mad?
someone his size could even dream of using it properly. His name is Sasaki Kojiro, a man many at the time considered to be the most skilled swordsman in all of
To
Japan.
be fair, there
Months
is a
ago,
way
he
you
was
can use
challenged
it if
to a
you
duel
hold it
by a
on your
Ronin
back.
named
Like if it's
Miyamoto
like strapped to your
Musashi,
back,
and
there
he's
is a way you
impatiently
could
awaiting
draw
for
it.
his arrival. Musashi is late, and Kojiro is taking it personally. The inconsiderate behavior goes
Oh, he's not mad
completely
about
against the code of
sunset.
the
He's
samurai.
mad that
The sun
he's
continues to
late.
set, and finally, a whole 3 hours later, a small boat appears on the horizon, casually drifting in the distance. Musashi
Yeah,
is
that's kinda
finally here,
disrespectful.
and Kojiro
That is kind of
impatiently rushes to
disrespectful.
meet him at the shore. Now, Musashi, unlike Kojiro, who is a proper by-the-book samurai, is kind of a weirdo. For one thing, he's super tall
Musashi
for the time,
just doesn't
standing
care.
nearly 6 feet, when most Japanese men of the era were only around 5 feet. His appearance is also very un-samurai-like.
I wish
His
I could be
face
that
and
tall.
clothing are
I want to be
dirty.
that
He
tall.
never bathes, and his hair is an
But
uncombed mess.
I got my mom's
Despite all
jeans
these oddities,
because,
Musashi is known
girl.
throughout the land to be
I mean,
not
I'm
only
on the taller
dangerous,
side
but
for a
also an
girl, I think.
incredibly cunning
But
warrior. By the age of 29,
Well,
he'd
no.
already fought and won 60
I'm like
duels to
normal
the death,
tall.
killing his
I'm like
first
tall,
opponent
but
at the
normal
age of
tall.
13, and he's currently wandering Japan seeking out and challenging the best swordsman he can find to test his skills with the katana. Musashi is well aware of Kojiro's immense talent and knows that this fight will be his greatest challenge to date. The winner today will undoubtedly
again,
be
is
deemed
he
the
coming
greatest
with a
swordsman in all
stake?
of Japan. Knowing the stakes, he's gone to
And it's
great
really
lengths
that
to make sure
serious.
he's given himself
You want to be the
every
greatest
possible
that bad
advantage in
that
this
you're just
duel.
going around fighting
Musashi
each other to the
nonchalantly
death,
steps
just to
off
be
the
known
boat
as the
looking as
greatest.
dirty and disheveled as ever. He sees Kojiro's face and smirks.
I mean, I
Kojiro
can't
is
say I
fuming
would have
after waiting
partaken in
3
this,
hours for his
but
arrival.
okay.
Musashi then reveals his chosen weapon for the duel, a crudely carved wooden sword that he had made out of a boat oar. Instead of showing up on time, he had spent the 3 hours carving this thing on the ride over to the island. Seeing this enrages Kojiro even more.
Why
Musashi's
though?
not even giving him the respect
Oh, you know
of
what?
facing him with his
He's
infamous
trying to
two-sword
get him
style,
mad
and
so that he
instead is
can
planning to
easily
fight
win the
him
match.
with this?
He's trying to
Without the
get in your
standard
head.
bow to begin the duel,
He's trying to
Kojiro
get in your
begins
head.
yelling at Musashi, scolding him for being so late.
Don't
This
fall for it.
disrespect
It's
will
rage
not
bait.
go unpunished, and
It
he
is like
unsheathes his sword
old-timey
and
rage
throws the
bait.
scabbard
Don't
to
fall
the
for
ground,
it.
signaling this will be a duel to the death. Musashi casually comments, "You have already lost if you think you don't need your sheath anymore." And he lifts his wooden sword into a ready position. Kojiro, now fully blinded by rage,
He's rage
charges in
baiting.
using his
He is
signature
rage
technique
baiting you.
called the swallow cut. Musashi barely dodges, and his headband is sliced off his head. He jumps
Swallow
away and
tech
positions
guy.
himself with the
I don't
setting
know
sun
how to
at
say
his
swallow
back.
cut in
The late afternoon
Japanese,
sun
but
reflecting off the water blinds Kojiro,
I know it
and he
sounds
squints
cool.
to try
I
to
know
keep
it
track of
sounds
his
cool.
opponent. Seeing this opening,
Also, did they really
Musashi
name
heaves
their
his wooden
techniques like
sword and
that
with
back in
all
the
his
day?
might, strikes
I
Kojiro
thought that
with
was
a
just
blow
kind
to
of
his
an
head.
anime thing, but I
Kojiro
don't
cannot defend
know.
himself properly, and the sound of his skull cracking echoes on the beach, leaving his
Did
disciples
he
gasping
really?
in shock as
With
his
a
limp body
stick?
falls lifelessly to the sand. The greatest samurai
I mean,
duel
it's basically
in
a
history
club.
is over in just
It's
one
basically a
strike.
club.
Musashi, seeing
But
Kojiro's
dang.
disciples beginning to go from shock to anger, quickly jumps back on his boat, and his oarsman brings him back to the main island with no celebration. Now, you may be saying, okay, that's pretty epic and all, but what was up with the boat?
But isn't that just normal
Well,
for the
that was
time?
actually part of Musashi's plan too. He had learned of Kojiro's giant odachi, and knowing he could not beat him with his standard katana, he carved his wooden sword to be 2 inches longer than Kojiro's weapon, taking away his greatest advantage. Musashi had carefully planned
Oh,
every
that's
aspect
smart.
of the fight, from his late
That
arrival,
is smart.
which
And
we
he was
expected to
rage baiting
upset
him.
Kojiro,
He
positioning
was
himself
rage.
with the
Yeah,
sun to
see,
his
I
back
knew
to
it.
blind
I knew
him,
it. He was
and
rage
his wooden
baiting.
sword, giving him the reach he needed to strike safely at a
Oh,
distance.
he used the sun.
With this
He used
victory,
the
he's proven
sun.
that he was not only
He's
the
like
greatest
reverse
swordsman in
Batman.
all of Japan, but also
Okay.
one of the greatest
I mean, he was
tacticians
just
as well.
tricky.
Number
was
3,
just- he
Andrew
was just
Jackson
tricky.
versus Charles Dickinson. Here in the US, we have a history of electing unhinged psychopaths to the office of the president. And out of everyone who's
Unironically true. No matter who you agree with, you think the other side is an unhinged psychopath.
ever been commander-in-chief, I think Andrew Jackson is probably the craziest person we ever put in there.
Isn't he
The
on
guy
a
allegedly
$20
participated
bill?
in over
I think.
100 duels, and this story is probably the
I'm
best
pretty sure.
example of why you don't ever want to get into a gunfight with a crazy person. Back in 1805,
Well, did he
former
just kick him in the
Tennessee Senator
junk
Andrew
back then?
Jackson is out
I
at
just
the
seen, I
racetracks betting
not
big
seen
on his
it, but I
prize
just
horse,
noticed it.
Truxton.
It just
He's
registered.
supposed to go up against another horse named Plowboy, owned by this guy Joseph Irwin. The
Plowboy,
winning horse was to take home
Plowboy, let's go,
$2,000, big money for the
Plowboy,
time,
woo, woo.
and Jackson was confident his horse was going to win. But days before the race, Irwin's horse gets sick and can't run. The men get into a disagreement about how much money Jackson should get from this situation, and most likely, Jackson is being a complete asshole.
Why does
as
he
was
look
known
like
to be.
that?
Irwin's
He has a
son-in-law,
super pointy
Charles
nose
Dickinson,
and then
hears
two
of
buck
this and
teeth.
steps in. Dickinson,
Why does everybody
like
have
Jackson,
buck teeth?
has a huge ego and a hot temper, and it doesn't take long before the two start slinging insults at each other in private letters and out in public. Dickinson calls Jackson, and later at a party, he goes on talking shit about Jackson's wife, saying Jackson is getting some guy's leftovers as his wife hadn't even divorced
I
her
know this
first
is an
husband yet.
American video
That
too,
one really
so
pisses
it's
off
wild
Jackson
that my mind
because,
went there,
well,
but I really
it was
always
true.
was curious
Dickinson
about that.
pops off one last time, writing an article in the local newspaper calling Jackson a poltroon and a coward. Sick burns. And this one sends Jackson off the rails. 3 insults
So
is just
he's
too much
basically
for him to
like
handle, and he
tweeting
formally
him. This
challenges
is like he
Dickinson to a
tweeted him,
duel.
but in like the
Now,
old
Dickinson
timey
is
way.
actually totally cool with this because it's well known that he's an expert marksman with a pistol. Actually, probably one of the best shots in the state. So
But it's
he
not about
accepts
how
the
good
challenge
you
with
can
full
shoot as well.
confidence
I
he's
mean,
gonna
it
put
is
that
about how
asshole
good you
Jackson
shoot, but it's
down for
also
good.
about how like
Meanwhile,
fast you can
Jackson
get that
and
shot
his
off.
friend, knowing that Dickinson is a way better shot, try to come up with all kinds of harebrained schemes to increase Jackson's chances of winning. They come up with a plan of trying to get Dickinson to shoot first, because maybe they can rush him and he'll miss.
Wait,
and
what
then
do you
Jackson
mean?
would have all the time he needs to aim properly.
You're cheating.
This
You're
strategy
cheating.
did have the risk of
Oh,
Dickinson,
wait,
not
no.
missing, and Jackson dying before he
Yeah,
had a chance
what if
to
he
shoot.
actually
But
hits
hey,
him?
this was the best they could come up with. And I told you already, Jackson was unhinged, to say the least. By this time, dueling
This
was
is kind
actually
of a
illegal
bad
in the
plan
state of
on
Tennessee,
paper.
so the men crossed the border into Kentucky, and on the morning of May 30th,
This is kind.
1806,
Oh, I mean,
Jackson
okay,
and
it's
Dickinson,
legal there,
along
but
with their
that's not what I
seconds,
mean.
made their way to a secluded spot in Adderville. The two men marched to their positions.
Wait, did I say
24
legal on
feet apart
paper?
with their
I meant to
pistols in
say
hand. The duel
it's not a good
begins,
plan
and
on
Dickinson
paper.
expertly points his pistol at Jackson, aiming for his chest. He pulls the trigger, and in a flash of gun smoke, sends a lead ball hurtling towards Jackson and scores a direct hit
Yeah,
just
of
from his
course.
heart.
He's
The
a
former
marksman.
senator staggers back, clutching his chest. Blood seeps out from beneath his hand, staining his shirt.
Yeah, he's
but
a
Jackson
marksman. You
does
just
not
stood
fall.
there. You
Dickinson
didn't duck,
lowers his
dip,
pistol
dodge, or
in
dive.
disbelief. His aim was true, and that was surely a kill shot. Dueling rules stated
He
that
just,
now
like,
he must
willpower
stand still
through
and
it.
allow Jackson to take his shot.
Oh
He
wait,
looks
you
across
have
the
to.
field and
Oh, you
can't
have to stand
believe what
still. Frig that. Frick that. Frig that. Frig that. I would be like the most outlawed person in the world if I ever got into a duel. Am I even allowed to duel? Can women duel? But if I could duel, I'd be an outlaw, obviously, because once they go that 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna duck, dip, dodge, or dive. And then I'm probably gonna shoot first. I'm just gonna but they only have single shot pistols, I think. Alright, second gun, third gun.
he's seeing. The injured Jackson, face white as a ghost, still clutching his chest with one hand, slowly raises his pistol and takes aim. Jackson pulls his trigger, and Dickinson
Shoot him in
winces,
the head.
expecting an impact.
Shoot him
but
in the head.
Nothing happens. Jackson's gun
He
has
missed.
misfired. Now, dueling rules say that a misfire still counts as a shot, and the duel should have been over. But Jackson
Oh,
he
what?
doesn't give a about the rules and recocks his pistol and
Yeah.
aims again.
Well,
He pulls the trigger, and
if
this
you didn't
time
care.
the shot rings out. The lead ball hits
Wait,
Dickinson
if you
square in the
didn't care-
chest, and he falls to the ground.
Wait, no.
Though people try to save him,
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. If you didn't care about the rules of the duel, why didn't you just move out of the way when he was about to shoot? I'm not even mad that you cheated, basically, but I'm mad that you let yourself get shot before cheating.
bleeds out and passes away within 24
I don't
hours.
think this counts as a win.
Jackson's wound
This is a
examined by
barely
his
pass.
doctors, and it's discovered that Dickinson's bullet has broken a few of his ribs and is so close to his heart it can't be removed safely. He recovers, but the bullet remains lodged in his chest for the rest of his life, causing him a lot
Yeah,
of
and that's
pain.
what you get.
Jackson's reputation
That's
took a
what you get
major
for
hit
being
from the duel
stupid.
because, he kind of just murdered
That's
a
what you
guy
get
in
for
cold
being
blood,
stupid.
but not enough to prevent him from becoming president in 1829, which just goes to show.
So
can
you
be a
should have just
horrible
shot him
person and
anyway.
still become president of the
Then you
United
should have just shot
States.
him anyway. Accidentally restarted the video there, but yeah, no, he should have just shot him anyway if he was going to like cheat and just kill him. He should have just did that from the beginning. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. The original's in the description below. And that being said, later losers, KuroKumo out.